What's in a can of Del Monte green beans?
Music make you lose control. Music make you lose control.
With crazy explanations, super intense with harmony and dedication. Your skin has laid exaggeration that we trouble in time tonight.
Alright, so this is the third interview. The video quality is going to be a little mediocre because I'm doing this over Discord at home. But anyway, my guest today is a good friend of mine. So why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, I am EmpLemon. I have around 530,000 subscribers on YouTube. I started off making YouTube poops, and now I have transitioned to more documentary research type videos.
So you're a YouTuber. Is that your main profession?
Yes. At first I didn't think that it would be feasible, but then as I was in college I started trying really hard to see just if it was possible, and now I think I'm earning enough through just various revenue streams that I can sustain being a YouTuber full time.
So how long exactly have you been making YouTube videos?
Well, it's interesting the timing of this interview because we're recording this on March 13th, 2020, and yesterday, March 12th, 2020, was actually the 10-year anniversary of me opening up my current YouTube channel. In terms of the videos I've been making now, I really have only been doing this style of video for around 3 years.
You did a whole video about whether or not you would poop again, but at this point in time, do you see yourself maybe just doing a one-off for fun?
I definitely would not rule it out. The problem is that the way YouTube poops are with just the style they are, it's there's a very low chance that you can get monetized from a YouTube poop, mostly because of copyright issues. But I definitely wouldn't rule it out.
This Wednesday, my boys.
Maybe I can kill somebody.
Where does the name EmpLemon come from?
So Lemon is based on my last name, Lemos, Lemos. Emperor is just because I got Chinese in my blood, and in China they have emperors, and I always considered the name Emperor cooler than the name of the title of a king or any other Regius title. I guess that's what you called it. Also, I was a big Star Wars fan at the time, and I always thought the Emperor from Star Wars was cool.
Here's something I've been wondering for a while. Do you have a favorite movie/TV show?
I'd say if I had to pick a favorite show of all time, it would probably be Futurama. It's just very consistently good and well written. It's hard to pick a bad episode of Futurama, and I really admire how they managed to keep the series so strong. And I do think it ended at the right time rather than dragging on forever like The Simpsons.
What's the most embarrassing thing to happen to you?
I guess one I always remember is there's just one time where I was just sitting in study hall at the end of the day at school, and then out of nowhere I just vomited all over my desk. Like, it literally just came from nowhere.
Oh my god.
And it was just disgusting, and everyone had to stop and stare. And it was at the end of the day, so it's not like I even gotta go home and miss school with an excused absence. There's like an hour left, so I didn't even get that.
That's rough.
Watch out for that tree. Watch out for that.
Window!
That smell. The kind of smelly smell. A smelly smell that smells
stinky.
Now, I asked some people to give me some suggestions on Twitter, so we're going to go to that. Nation of Oranges asks, are lemons your favorite fruit?
Contrary to my channel name, lemons are not my favorite fruit. It's probably like maybe a top 5 candy flavor. But in terms of just the fruit, I don't really like lemons that much. My favorite fruits would probably be a watermelon, kiwi, and mango.
So you have a series called Never Ever. What's your favorite episode from that series so far?
Probably my favorite one so far is the Cold War episode. Just because in that, I think the topic was the most important out of anything. And I feel like I executed it well for as ambitious of a project I was attempting to create with that.
Patman asks, will you ever escape the downward spiral?
Well, at this point, it seems that the downward spiral is just a way of life. I don't know if I can ever escape it. It's forever a part of me and my soul and kind of the spirit of my entire channel and what I do on YouTube.
So it's never Ozgur. You can confirm that.
Yes, that's correct. The downward spiral will never be Ozgur.
Here you go, little buddy.
Oh, thank you.
Here, Patrick, watch me. Dear
Okie dokie. Begin typing now.
Oh, here's an interesting one. So you've gone into like your inspirations for YouTube poops, but I want to know what inspired you to start doing what you're doing now.
Well, growing up on the platform, I always watch a lot of YouTube, and videos that always seem to stick with me. Early on, it was the Vsauce videos, but Vsauce videos for me have always been very consistently good, and that was something I wanted to emulate. Additionally, in 2016, I started watching a guy called John Boys, who makes very visually interesting videos about sports, and it was always very impactful to me how like out of the box and creative his visuals were in sort of portraying these more advanced concepts. So I'd say that influences a lot of my visual style, and Vsauce videos influence a lot of my writing style.
How long do you foresee yourself like doing YouTube? Like just as long as you can?
Yeah, I'll probably do YouTube as long as I feel like I have stuff left to prove. And knowing myself, that might always be the case. So unless the entire site just crashes and burns, I'm probably just going to keep making content for it.
Good job. Meet me in the alley. I'm gonna grab a quick slice.
Dog, I'm gonna have to teach you a dog. 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 I'm gonna have to teach you a dog.
What's in a can of Del Monte green beans?
The world may never know.
What do you consider to be your best YouTube poop, like to this day?
I guess it's gotta be Admiral Akbar's Traptastic Sextravaganza Episode 3, because that was something I literally spent 6 months on. And I guess spiritually that was kind of the point where I was sort of done with YouTube poop, and I wasn't really gonna try as hard anymore after that. So I'm pretty sure that was the last one where I really put in a ton of effort. It's probably my best total project because it synthesizes sort of all of my old YouTube poops up until that point. And it really is more of a magnum opus type project. So my laptop is about to run out of battery here, so I can take one more question.
Okay, I got one question for you. And I think I meant to ask you this. What's your favorite kind of music?
Probably my favorite music all time is progressive rock. Mostly like 70s era progressive rock. Bands like Pink Floyd, Yes, Gentle Giant, Soft Machine. That's probably my favorite genre to listen to overall. But recently, I've sort of just become interested in listening to like all genres. Been listening to a lot more hip hop recently. Igor was my favorite album of 2019. So I listen to just a bunch of stuff now.
Yeah, I'll probably actually end it right here. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, I never know how to end these things, so I'm just going to hit the stop button.